In the heart of a bustling city, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and the streets hummed with the relentless rhythm of life, there lived an old clockmaker named Elias. His shop, tucked away in a quiet alley, was a sanctuary of ticking clocks, each one a masterpiece of precision and artistry. Elias was a man of few words, but his eyes sparkled with the wisdom of someone who had spent a lifetime measuring time. Elias was known not just for his skill, but for his peculiar philosophy. Time is priceless, and it should be spent on things that make the heart sing. He often shared this belief with his customers, though few truly understood its depth. Most were too busy chasing money, promotions, and material possessions to listen. One day, a young man named Adrian stumbled into Elias's shop. Adrian was the embodiment of the modern hustle, always rushing, always stressed, and always chasing the next big paycheck. He wore a tailored suit, carried a sleek briefcase, and checked his expensive watch every few minutes. But his eyes were hollow and his smile was forced. "Can you fix this?" Adrian asked, sliding his gold-plated watch across the counter. "It's been running slow. I can't afford to lose time." Elias picked up the watch, examining it with a gentle touch. "Ah, a fine piece," he murmured. "But tell me, young man, what do you need all this time for?" Adrian frowned. "What do you mean?" "Time is money. Every second counts in my line of work." Elias smiled softly. "Time is not money, my friend. Time is life, and life is meant to be lived, not spent." Adrian rolled his eyes, dismissing the old man's words as mere ramblings. But Elias, undeterred, handed him a small, intricately designed pocket watch. "Take this. It's a gift. Carry it with you, and let it remind you of what truly matters." Adrian hesitated but accepted the watch, slipping it into his pocket. He paid for the repair and left, eager to return to his busy schedule. Days turned into weeks, and Adrian barely noticed the pocket watch. But one evening, as he sat alone in his luxurious apartment, surrounded by expensive gadgets and designer furniture, he felt an emptiness he couldn't ignore. He reached into his pocket and pulled out the watch. Its delicate hands moved steadily, and its face seemed to glow with a warm, golden light. As he held it, something extraordinary happened. The room around him dissolved, and he found himself standing in a sunlit meadow. The air was filled with the scent of wildflowers, and the sound of laughter echoed in the distance. He saw a younger version of himself, playing with his siblings, carefree and full of joy. The scene shifted, and he was at his grandmother's kitchen, savoring her homemade pie, her laughter ringing in his ears. Another shift, and he was on a beach, watching the sunset with his first love, their fingers intertwined. Each scene was a memory, a moment he had long forgotten, buried under the weight of his ambitions. Tears streamed down his face as he realized how much of his life he had sacrificed for money and success. The pocket watch had shown him what truly mattered, the moments of connection, love, and joy that made life worth living. When Adrian returned to his apartment, the watch was still in his hand, but its face now bore an inscription: "Time is priceless. Spend it wisely." From that day on, Adrian changed. He began to prioritize experiences over earnings, relationships over riches. He took time to visit his family, reconnect with old friends, and pursue passions he had long abandoned. He even returned to Elias's shop, not to fix a watch, but to thank the old clockmaker for the priceless gift he had given him. Elias simply smiled and said, "Remember, young man, the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. Time is the one treasure you can never regain once it's gone. Gaze, time is the most valuable currency we have. While money can be earned, lost, and regained, time is irreplaceable. True wealth lies in the meaningful experiences we create, the relationships we nurture, and the moments we cherish. Spend your time wisely, for it is the essence of life itself.